Okay, Assalamualaikum and very good morning to everyone. So welcome back to another video. So in this lesson, I'm going to show you how the orbital overlapping happen inside molecule with sp3 hybrid by using CH4, NH3 and NH4 plus as example. Okay, so by the end of this lesson, you should be able to draw and explain the orbital overlapping diagram for CH4, NH3 and also NH 4 plus. Okay, so we're going to start with the methane, which is the CH4. So macam biasa, the first step is you need to draw the Lewis structure with a correct molecular geometry and you need to calculate the formal charge. So this is the molecular geometry for CH4. So dia akan ada molecular shape of tetrahedral. Okay, and if you calculate the formal charge, each of the atom in CH4 will have a formal charge equal to 0. Okay, so since we have 1, 2, 3, 4 sigma bond around the central atom carbon and 0 lone pair. So that means the hybrid on the carbon is sp3 hybrid. So dah buat conclusion, kita boleh draw dia punya orbital diagram for the valence electron. So carbon at ground state, okay, carbon since the formal charge is 0, maknanya awak tak ada pertambahan ataupun pengurangan elektron. So carbon ground state dia valence dia mesti sama dengan 4. So 2 of the electron will occupy 2s and another 2 will occupy 2p. Okay, so we have 4 sigma bond around the carbon. So remember that 1 sigma bond or 1 pi bond is, that means you need to have 1 unpaired electron. So if you have 4 sigma bond, that means you need to have 4 unpaired electron. However, if you take a look at the ground state of the carbon, we only have 2 unpaired electron and 1 pair electron. So how do we form 4 unpaired electron? We can form that by excite the one of the electron from the 2s orbital to 2p orbital. So kita boleh excitekan elektron sini daripada 2s pergi ke 2p. So kita boleh excitekan dia. So apabila kita excitekan, 2s tu sekarang hanya ada 1 and 2p now we have 3 unpaired electron. Since the hybrid on the carbon is sp3 hybrid, okay, that means they involve the mixing of 1 s orbital and 3 p orbital. So maknanya kita akan gabungkan 1 s orbital and 3 p orbital. Kita gabungkan dia. So gabungkan, dia akan jadi sp3 hybrid. Okay, hydrogen at ground state will have a 1 electron. So then dia akan occupy 1 s orbital. Okay, so maknanya satu carbon ini dia akan provide 4 single pair untuk setiap satu hydrogen tu form sigma bond dengan dia untuk hasilkan CH4, molecule CH4. Okay, so now we can draw the orbital overlapping diagram. So we know that CH4, the carbon is sp3, so sp3 we have the geometry of tetrahedral with a bond angle of 109.5. So kita lukislah tetrahedral. Okay, maknanya tetrahedral maknanya dia ada 4 lobes. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, okay, so sorry, so 2, 3 and then another 1, kita kena jarakkan sikit, okay, 4. Okay, so dah ni kita label carbon, kita label terus dia punya hybrid. Okay, after kita label hybrid, kita terus lukis dia punya pair elektron. Mana elektron yang berpasangan tu kita lukis terus. Okay, so hydrogen, okay, orbital yang akan involve dalam overlapping adalah 1s orbital. So 1s orbital, the shape of the 1s is spherical. So awak lukis bulat. Okay, label 1s, ini hydrogen, label ini sebagai sigma bond. Sebab dia adalah end-to-end overlapping. This one also sama, 1s sigma hydrogen. This one also sama, 1s hydrogen sigma. This one pun 1s hydrogen sigma. So this is the orbital overlapping diagram for CH4. Okay, so the next example is NH3. Okay, if you draw the Lewis structure of NH3, you will find you have 3 bonding pair and 1 lone pair on the central atom. So 3 bonding pair and all those 3 are sigma bond. So now you have 3 sigma bond and 1 lone pair on the central atom. So total is 4. So when the total is 4, then the hybrid is sp3 hybrid. Okay, sp3 hybrid. Okay, so now we can draw the orbital overlapping diagram. Since each of the atom itu, okay, since the atom itu ada formal charge equal to 0, maknanya valence elektron dia sama je. Maknanya tak ada pertambahan ataupun pengurangan elektron. So nitrogen at ground state, okay, nitrogen at ground state with formal charge 0, that means ada 5 valence electron. 2 of the electron will occupy 2s orbital, another 3 will occupy 2p orbital. So kalau awak tengok Lewis structure, we have 3 sigma bond. So 3 sigma bond bersama dengan maknanya awak memerlukan 3 unpaired elektron. Okay, dan dekat situ ada 1 lone pair. So maknanya awak memerlukan 1 elektron yang berpasangan. So kalau awak tengok dia punya Lewis orbital diagram, awak dah ada 3 unpaired elektron dan 1 paired elektron. So maknanya awak punya excited state and also the ground state itu akan jadi sama. So excited state and ground state itu akan jadi sama. So awak hanya perlu salin balik. Awak tak perlu nak excitekan apa-apa elektron. And we know that the nitrogen have sp3 hybrid. Maknanya you need to combine 1s orbital and 3p orbital. So saya akan ambil ni 1s, saya akan combinekan dengan 3p ni untuk hasilkan hybrid sp3. Okay, so 1s s orbital tu ada 2 elektron, awak salin je balik. Dan setiap p orbital tu hanya ada single pair. So maknanya inilah yang 3 inilah yang akan menghasilkan sigma bond. So macam biasa hydrogen hanya 1. Dan ini akan overlap to form sigma bond between nitrogen and hydrogen. So now we can draw the orbital overlapping diagram for NH3. So we know that the NH3 have a sp3 hybrid. So sp3 hybrid geometry is tetrahedral. So that means that the 4 lobes and the bond angle is 109.5. So kita lukis tetrahedral. So 1, 2, okay, sorry. Awak kena make sure dia punya size dia almost the same. Size each lobe tu mesti lebih kurang sama. So 2, okay, and then another one dekat sini. Okay, dan ni label nitrogen dan kita terus label setiap lobe. Okay, after awak label setiap lobe tu, kita terus lukis dia punya pair elektron. Okay, kita lukis dia punya pair elektron. So kalau awak tengok, okay, kalau awak tengok dekat Lewis structure ni, geometri dia, lone pair itu berada dekat atas. Dia tak berada dekat base, dia berada dekat atas. So maknanya awak punya orbital overlapping diagram pun mesti selari dengan geometri yang awak lukis tu. Okay, since dia akan bond dengan hydrogen dan dia akan bond dengan 1s, so 1s shape dia adalah bulat. So 1s label hydrogen, label sigma bond. Ini pun sama. Label 1s, label hydrogen, label sigma bond. Okay, ini pun sama. Label 1s sebab orbital yang overlap dia adalah orbital 1s. Label hydrogen, label sigma bond. So this is the orbital overlapping diagram for NH3. Okay, so the last one is for NH4 plus or ammonium ion. Okay, if you calculate the formal charge, okay, each of the hydrogen we have a formal charge equal to 0. However, for the nitrogen we have formal charge equals to +1. That means when you draw the valence orbital diagram for nitrogen, you need to lose one of the electron. So initially nitrogen ada 5. So sebab dia ada formal charge +1, maknanya dia dah lose 1 electron. Okay, kita buat conclusion. Okay, since there are 4 pi bond around the central atom N, that means the hybrid is sp3 hybrid. So macam yang saya kata tadi, N plus, sebab apa N plus? Sebab dia formal charge dia +1, akan lose 1 electron. So asal dia nitrogen 5, so sekarang dia ada 4. So ada 4, so 2 of the electron will occupy 2s and another 2 will occupy 2p. So if you look at the structure, Lewis structure of the NH4, so kita ada 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 sigma bond, that means you need 4 unpaired electron. Tapi kita tengok dekat ground state ni hanya baru ada 2 sahaja unpaired electron. So macam mana nak jadi kat 4? So we going to excite one of the electron from the 2s kita akan excitekan pergi kepada 2p. Kita akan excite pergi kepada 2p. So sekarang ni 2s ni akan tinggal 1 and the 2p now have 3 unpaired electron. Okay, so for the N plus hybrid, we know that the N plus is sp3. So we need to combine 1 s orbital and also 3 p orbital. So kita akan combinekan dia. So kita tengok setiap satu tu unpaired, kita gabungkan. Dan nitrogen hanya ada 1 elektron. So inilah yang kita akan gunakan untuk sigma dan akan overlap dengan hydrogen. Okay, so kita boleh draw dia punya orbital overlapping diagram. So kita tahu nitrogen tadi sp3 maknanya tetrahedral. Tetrahedral maknanya dia punya ada 4 lobes and dan dia punya bond angle dia adalah 109.5. So lukis 1 2 3 4. Okay, so ini adalah N plus kan sebab dia form charge positive 1. So kita label terus dia punya lobe. Okay, lukis terus dia punya unpaired electron. Okay, lukis terus. Okay, since dia akan overlap dengan hydrogen dan orbital yang akan overlap adalah 1s, shape of the 1s is spherical. So awak label sigma bond, awak label hydrogen. Okay, so ni awak label 1s hydrogen, awak label sigma. Ini pun sama. Label 1s hydrogen sigma. So ini pun sama, label 1s sebab ini adalah hydrogen, awak label bond dia. So this is the orbital overlapping diagram for NH4+. Okay, so I think that's all for today's video. So in the next video, we're going to learn about the orbital overlapping diagram for the sp3 dihybrid. So thank you everyone.